Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2 of spaceoddity versus c1ue. And as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Sarah Man.
Hey!
And right off the bat, we can see actually 2 founding spots as a scavenger and as a expansive, or scientific.
Yeah. A lot of iron kicking around.
Well, hey,
Carbons as well.
I don't see this out of c1ue.
I think it's a bit ballsy not knowing if there's any decent water on the map first, although I don't know the map. I don't know. I feel like there'll be one or two big clusters, so she should be okay.
Yeah.
Well,
And
c1ue
spaceoddity
should be
actually
okay.
gonna go as a scavenger yet again. Nice to see.
Yay.
So, what is there really going to be on this map? That's a real question here. So there's some water in the top left. There is minimal silicon. There is water to the right. So I need to say, c1ue kind of took the risk, and it's kind of starting to pay off.
It may or may not though, because Oddity is gonna want some of that water as well, mind you.
But yeah,
For
top left and top right,
operations.
like he has 2 spots. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd like to see her cancel these aluminum mines really quickly because there's
Oh.
eyes. No. Ah,
Oh well.
you'd be shipping at double the distance, but still, you can't argue with like treble plus the material.
Yeah. So right now, spaceoddity, and c1ue, they're actually, I don't know, like that might be a small misplay, but it's like also okay by spaceoddity. Like both players can upgrade right now, but I don't. Oh, there you go. spaceoddity right now is going to upgrade. c1ue also pretty much simultaneously. The auction for the geothermal will go down. That looks like a good auction to me.
It's much better for Space Oddity than it is Cluster, because that 120 steel setback his growth too much, I think. That's
Yep.
almost his level 3 upgrade, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Something like that. Yeah, that's too much for him to invest. Like, if he's going for it, he'll need another steel mill, definitely, which he should definitely do.
Yeah.
Which he's not doing either, by the way. He's only going to have the 2 steel mills, so he can't afford this.
So I hate to say, like if we just check out Space Oddity's base, it's not really a base. It's just mountains. That's it.
Mountains. Well, founding second is really nice. That extra claim as a scav is invaluable.
But,
And she
like-
can grab the high water that's in the top left-hand corner, 2 carbon mines.
But no, well, the thing is, what I mean
else?
is like she has one triangle and then 6 different spaces like adjacent to her, so it's like she can't really, do.
Oh
much.
yeah, no, there's enough room for a diamond and a triangle. That's more than enough as scav.
Yeah.
Got enough going on there. Okay, going for the 2 silicon quarries. I hope she goes for 2 carbon quarries, or at least 1.
Mm.
She definitely needs more carbon out of production right now. Like, if Cluster was to nuke the high, it would actually be a fairly big deal right about now. So it would just force Oddity to try and maybe build 3. So she has 3 quarries rather than 2.
Mm.
Would hurt her income considerably.
Yeah, that would be devastating. But I mean, what do you really think now of like c1ue? Like, do you think it's smart what he's doing? Like, only staying on 2 steel mills?
No, I hate doing this on scientific. My rule, the rule of 3 when you play scientific is you always have 3 steel mills. You know, I always follow this for a very strict reason. He has a geothermal he can't build, and for some reason he's going double reactor in a random farm. I disagree with this insanely. I think what he should have done was put a water pump on the high water and just had 2 reactors, sold the water down to like 10, and then turned that into another reactor if reactors were still worth selling at that point.
Yeah.
I always hate like scientifics not building the water pumps first. I think if you're gonna take the water, you're generally the first faction that claims water on the map, right? So you might as well get the small amount of money that can be made in the water and turn it into some glass for later expansion or something. You know, you can do stuff with that money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking about like, I don't know. It just seems so random, and it kind of looks like Mickey Mouse.
What kind of looks like Mickey Mouse?
I have no idea. I have a big imagination when I'm tired.
What is wrong with you? Okay,
I have no idea.
this storm's pretty huge for Space Oddity. She's going into a wind turbine. I think this is gonna end up like last game where Clue had the geothermal and Space Oddity was like, all right then, I'm just gonna build wind power, and away she goes to do so, I guess. And getting level 3 is pretty big. And we start going into glass, so it could be a bit of a
This
growth
glass
rush.
can be very valuable. Like that, I mean, like getting to level 4 and then getting to life support. I think it would be
Easier
better.
access into farms. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what I want to say. Space Oddity actually right now getting a claim for 6,000.
Oh wow, this is your
Wow, that's
feed
cheap.
the machine.
That is very cheap. Like, yeah, I mean, Clue getting his geothermal up right now, but that's kind of
I think it's
instead.
counteractive to what he want to do. He should have his glass by now. He should have his 40 glass should be bought. He can afford it as well, so he buys his 40 glass. And if he hadn't built that geotherm, he'd be level 3 right now. He'd have upgraded right now.
Yeah,
He has enough steel, like, but instead he built the geotherm and, yeah, you know.
yeah. I
And
mean,
then Oddity will just steal it or blow it up probably just to make him waste another. Well, it's actually not that much steel. It's only 30 steel, but when he
yeah. At
only
this
has two
point.
steel mills, it's a pretty big deal.
So, Space Oddity right now, already has 100 glass. It's quite a bit, quite a bit. And I mean, she only needs about 160 more carbon, then she's already level 4.
Scientific colony
Yep.
expanded.
Well,
So
he just got level 3. That's quite huge, actually.
we're gonna see one of these. Oh, level 4. Oh, level 5.
Yeah.
Almost one of these scenarios coming up pretty soon.
So,
Just about has enough glass for both upgrades now.
yeah, that's true, yeah. But like, Space Oddity, I'm sorry, Clue. At this point, like, he is kinda indecisive, I think, what he's doing. Like, getting 2 reactors, 2 farms. That,
He needs to stop building these reactors and farms and build some steel mills. Like, stop, please. You know, his steel production is so little, the steel price is so high. Like, there's a potential to make money there and sustain yourself better for the future. Maybe get upgrades quicker than the current rate he is. I think he's ignoring growth too much at the moment, which is definitely a bad play. Like, I can't get behind this random glass furnace at all either. I don't know. Like, I think as a player, if you ignore growth or you put it as a secondary thought, you start to lose. You start to lag behind. Look, Space Oddity is 4 and has farms and is getting solar panels and level 5 isn't actually that far away when you look at the money differences, like the amount of money the food's going to bring in. She's going to get to level 5 really quickly, and she's got loads of money to just keep messing with him now. All it was probably the life support section's going to get hit. Oh no, she could just hit the 2 steel mills, and now he can't get any steel for
a long time.
50 plus seconds, yeah.
That, I mean, like, that single glass furnace on the bottom. That's not
Yeah,
even making money.
it isn't. No, the oxygen and power are worth more. Which, I mean, he shouldn't do that. Space already got into glass first. You need to accept that that happened and move on and try and make the money in life support before Oddity does as well. And instead he didn't. He's been too indecisive, like you said, about what he was doing with his buildings. Like, his
Yeah.
production is still too little. His 2 farms versus Oddity's 3. And Oddity's is instantly producing, and Oddity's able to spam sell the food, whereas Clue has to rely on it coming in shipments of 80. So either way, Oddity's always going to get the better cut of the deal for that. And water is pretty high as well.
Yeah, water is high, yeah.
You should maybe get more water production or convert the reactor that he has into a large water pump just to make a bit of excess money there, extra money there, because it would make more than the fuel would, because he's breaking the fuel price.
He
Before
is,
Oddity
yeah.
build more water, be a decent play.
Ooh, a nuke going down yet again onto the water. Damn.
That's okay. I'd agree. I'd be able to get behind that a lot more if he was producing the water as well himself.
Yeah.
I mean, we might even see Space Oddity exploit this, get 2 water pumps, and then go hack water maybe, because he isn't making any water. Be an okay
That
play.
Yeah, that is true, yeah. I mean, like, water's at 60, oh my. That is quite a bit. I need to say, like,
That's surpassing fuel and oxygen, and it's going to surpass food very, very shortly.
I
Space Oddity needs to turn these farms off.
Yeah, she does. Like they just broke even and now are going into the minus. I'm like, she's gonna get the hack array. What do you think she can do with the hack array at this point?
Short the water and build a bunch of water pumps. That's what I would
Black
do right about now.
market is
I'd get
online.
another. Oh, she's already got another carbon quarry. That's fine. Get water then. Get 2 water pumps, and short the water.
Yeah.
And go with it.
Oh, she actually power surged Clue. I didn't really see it because of the sound. Okay.
And his life
But yeah,
support.
that's
Yeah, that's a good power surge. And
The
she could
black
probably turn
market
the
is online.
3 solar panels maybe into like electronics. It's not the best, but it's something, or glass.
mm.
Keep the farms around probably. They're still worth. Because you destroy them, then you'll
Oh,
have
actually,
problems.
we can go into chemicals. There was actually a chemical
Chems,
shortage really early on that nobody bought into.
yeah.
So
I mean, my issue with it is the fuel will rise, which Cluster will be selling, so it makes Cluster money. Although, at the end of the day, Space Oddity still makes more money than Clue does. It's just one of those things.
yeah.
But I would love to. Yeah, there we go. 2 water pumps. We still don't see anything out of this hacker array yet.
Damn. Ooh, where is that chemical lab flying? Clue? Clue is making chemicals now? Okay.
Yeah, Clue really needs to get level 4. He's so far
Like,
behind.
why would you make
Oh.
him? Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I just want to say. Like, why would you make some advanced buildings if you're not even, level 4 at this point?
Yeah, he needs steel mills. Stop building random chem labs and glass. He needs the steel mills. Steel is $85. Have you ever seen a 1v1 game where there has been no steel shortage and steel is 85?
Nope.
Name a 1v1 game that's happened.
No idea.
Yeah,
But I
that's
actually like this
insane.
play of Space Oddity. I'm gonna go into Iron. Really
Yeah.
like that play.
Yeah,
And also,
Could even-
Water's at 105. Oh my.
yeah.
And
It's
she's
getting
actually going
a-
short Iron. And he can't do anything about it.
Shorting the iron's an interesting one. I guess what she'll probably do is sell the water back down again into a reasonable level and go with that. That's fine. That works as well. The one thing you got to be worried about though is it's kind of obvious that it's either iron or water for Cluster, which is easily solved
But
by
he can't do
turning his...
anything against it. That's what I mean.
Well, he can do. He can just turn his steel mills into iron mines.
But it will
And then
already
he-
be too late.
And he
That's
can
the thing.
turn his some of his water tiles into water pumps instead of farms or reactors,
But it's
and then he could prepare for either hack. But that's, I'd say it's kind of...
I mean, like, there's still like 10 more seconds on the shortage about.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have any time to react. I think this might actually seal the game. Iron at 95.
Your stock is being
Steel's at
She
100.
bought
Steel
into it,
broke $100 as well.
I'm like, I mean, with this, like, already having 1,000 iron when the point
Yeah.
when she's gonna sell, like, that's a huge number.
It's gonna go up about 3-4 tick. The iron.
Oh, the MP going down from Clue.
Yeah, 3 a tick. We're getting roughly. Well, 2 a tick.
The black market is online.
Yeah. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a lot.
Oh man, I'm just wondering.
And she can turn it into food after as well when she breaks the iron price. It's really good.
Yeah.
Does need to get the hacker array queued up on something else, perhaps a food shortage or a water shortage. Silicon short would be okay maybe, although it's $15.
Well, it's still
Um,
money.
It's still money, yeah. I mean, there's still money to be made in food and glass. A little bit in glass anyway. The chems aren't really worth making. She should really get back into reactors as well.
Ooh, actually,
It fuels
that
far
was sold for 12,000. That auction claim, that claim auction.
I think Cluster's been letting the auctions go way too low as well. Like this isn't like it's expansive v Scav anymore either. Like Space Oddity has a huge claim advantage over Cluster at this point, and that's not even counting the fact that she's level 5 as well, so she has an entire HQ upgrade over him, but all these extra claims that she's bought or won in auctions.
Yeah.
It's making a huge difference. As you look at the map, you can kind of see it when you look at the map, and you kind of see like how little is around.
Yeah.
That one
I
glass
mean,
furnace, it might produce 60 glass before the end of the game.
that is. It might. It might.
Okay.
But yeah, like I don't know. Like Clue is like he's gonna get bought
Your
out
stock is
really
being
shortly.
bought.
And I mean, God, this is so difficult like to tell. Like Clue, like was it really what he wanted out of this? Like he's not even buying his own stock. He's just, you know what I mean?
Going for it! He believes. That's what he
Yeah.
does. Yeah, I mean, Space Oddity needs to turn the chem labs into fuel right now because they're losing you a severe amount of money.
The shortage on
Excellent.
carbon is gonna go through in just a second.
It's $1.
Your stock is being bought.
I mean,
She's
like,
the
but at that
farm
price of carbon,
reactors.
I really do think it might give her enough
Our
money.
hackers have compromised the
No.
trading servers.
She needs these
Price
farms.
manipulation
She needs
begins
to
shortly.
get reactors instead of chem labs because they literally burned all her money away. Like that, they literally backtracked their economy there. She went backwards instead of forwards for money there. And
Yeah.
now she's in a situation where she has no money and no worthwhile production, and her chem labs are still on. These chem labs need to turn into fuel
Ooh,
right
nuke
now.
going down.
She can do it as well. The carbon's there. She just needs to do it. Stop worrying about the fact that she's got no money and just get these things into fuel now. And maybe get farms afterwards once you've made a bit of fuel money and you can pay for the glass.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look, now she's built these reactors. All this fuel is just going to get sucked into these chem labs that are still burning $100+ a tick. Any money that Space Oddity is making right now is just instantly vaporizing. Like, she can't do anything right now. She's completely shooting herself in the foot. This is really bad.
Oh man. Right now teleportation actually going to go down. This I don't know. I don't know really what to say. Like Clue, I mean, like his reactors aren't just paying off right now.
It
Like,
favors Clue to get teleportation. I think he shouldn't have let it go for 8k either. He needs to start bidding up a bit more for these auctions. Because it was really good for him, because what it does is it means he's no longer on the back foot. However, it does mean that Space Oddity stock drops even more because the amount of debt that she's starting to reach is insane. And we're actually going to go into day 7. This game has dragged on quite a bit more than we thought it would.
The black market is
yeah,
online.
definitely. Oh, she's finally getting rid of the chemical labs.
Oh, thanks. One of them's still going, yes.
Ooh,
That- I
Clue is
think-
actually 85% to her.
Yeah, if she loses this game, it's literally because she left those chem labs for so long. That's
Yeah.
the only reason she lost.
Stock is being bought.
100%.
Oh man.
And she can buy one of her stocks. She can stay in it if she does it.
Oh.
No, she buys one of Cluster's and she gets bought out.
Man, Clue winning.
Clue wins the game. Well played, but those chem labs, they needed to go off. They really.
I don't know what to say. I'm pretty much quiet all game long.
It was like minus 550 a second. A
Yeah.
second? She went from being super valuable to nothing.
Damn, Clue winning this game. Like, let's go over to Clue and like you can see like making a lot of money on fuel and food and oxygen. That's about it. That was literally it. And then if you go over to Space Oddity,
Fuel
You can-
bought it. Look at the fuel purchased. Look at it.
yeah,
Look at what it did to her economy there. That's just
I like
horrible.
auto purchase 83,000, purchase 66,000. That's a lot of fuel.
That's a lot of fuel. That actually made her thing break even. Like in terms of what she made, that fuel and etc. added to the sold and purchased. It actually just about breaks even if you. Well, there is obviously an excess for what she spent on the black market, but other than that, it actually breaks even. Like no money at all until she got rid of them.
And then if you go to the black market, she spent 1 EMP, 3 power surges, 1 goon squad, and Clue, 2 claims, 1 EMP, 2 nukes, and 1 dynamite. So overall, both players pretty much just used the black market just a little bit.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of things going on in that game. Clue needed the 3rd steel mill really quickly. I don't think that one glass plant finished at 60 glass, by the way, unfortunately. But that would have been something. And it takes 120 seconds for that plant to do that on its own. And that's not counting the intermission time when it's left with no oxygen, which takes like 2 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
definitely.
that steel mill was huge. Letting the auctions go for so cheap meant that he had to buy the new claims, but at least he did it. And in the end, he actually spent less money than Space Oddity when you think about it, which was pretty well played by him. Realizing he needs to buy the claims if he's letting so many auctions for it slip. And Space Oddity Chem Labs killed her. Leaving those Chem Labs on literally just killed her and cost her the game there.
Alright, guys, so that was game number 2 of the best of 3 Space Oddity versus c1ue. Hope to see you guys in game number 3. Peace out.
Cheerio, guys.